And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Tyler Carlson with us this morning. Tyler, so good to see you again.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
How you been?
Great. Doing very well.
So you guys are you're really making some difference.
We're trying.
In the community. I mean, really big, and it's kind of neat to watch. You're, well, you know, aside from, you were just at a fundraiser not long ago, and Sam said he ran into you over there.
Oh, yes. I was Miss Relay for Life, yes.
I wish we had that picture.
That was in May. No, I'm glad you don't have that picture, but I'm sure other people do.
I'm glad we don't have that picture, too.
I'm sure other people do. But
you don't want to relive that, Sam?
Once is good enough for a lifetime.
Well, I got $1 out of his pocket, so I was all right.
That's doing good.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that's doing good. So what's going on with MEC?
We got a decision from EPA on a coal ash regulation. EPA was thinking about designating coal ash, which is a residual from burning coal, considering that to be a hazardous waste instead of just a normal waste. And we utilize that and recycle that waste, and it's used in concrete products, wallboard, that type of thing.
Sure.
And you actually have it up on your thing right there, which is coal combustion products. It's the beneficial use, simply recycling by another name. So, and we've been using coal ash, and the industry's been using coal ash for years upon years. And for some reason, without science, just deciding that they needed to do it, they were going to designate coal ash as a hazardous material, which would have cost us, as well as just not only us power producers, a great deal of money, but also would have cost the industry, the construction industry. I know that folks in the construction industry were talking about the cost of concrete going up as high as 70%. If you can imagine what that would do to construction.
Oh my gosh.
Construction. So this wasn't just an issue of the increased power cost. It was also it also had other issues. So we had worked with our community, and folks sent in cards, the little cards, and said, hey, use science, don't use politics. Let's use science and make sure that that coal ash stays to be just a regular byproduct. It's not a hazardous product. And we also had the Chamber of Commerce decided that a number of years ago that it was one of their legislative issues. And so we've been pursuing that, and the Chamber recognized it not just from the power side, but also recognized it from the construction side.
Sure. That
this could be a real problem. So we did prevail, and you all out there that sent in your cards, we appreciate that and participated with us, as well as you know, all of my compatriots on the Chamber. Thank you very much for your help. And
now, is this just an Arizona issue, or is this nationwide?
This was a nationwide issue, but all politics eventually get to be local,
right?
And so we did our grassroots work here, and our folks in Arizona basically rose up and made sure that from a national politics standpoint that our voice was heard. There is actually action going on right now with this new Congress of actually creating a legislation to make sure that the federal government and EPA can't back up and do something different here. And yeah, that would be very nice. Some consistency maybe, and you know, something that we can count on. So we do have that. That's been a great victory, and we had an article in the paper about it the other day. To make sure people know that we did prevail, and it's good for you, it's good for our members, and it's good for the construction industry. And thanks for your help. And we do appreciate folks' help on the EPA greenhouse gas rules too. We had over 11,000 comments from our members. Of 32,000 members, we had 11,000 people stand up and say, you know,
wow,
let's be real with the EPA greenhouse gas rule. And I don't have an update for you yet about what's going on, although EPA has pushed back their decision point. They pushed it back to December of last year, and then they got so much pushback. The folks all around the country, about 1.6 million comments about the greenhouse gas rule for existing plants came in, and they pushed back their decision now till May. The benefit of that is that there are folks in Congress right now with this new Congress who are deciding that they need to play a role in making sure that EPA uses science and properly analyzes this. There are a number of issues that are at play with this EPA greenhouse gas rules, and Arizona was the hardest hit, and so that's why we really took after it. But we appreciate everybody's help. People stood up, and you have to, that's what it is today. You have to stand up. Yeah, you have to be part of it.
What a great thing. I mean, I'm still going back to the 33,000, but 11,000 people or 10,000 people jumped on it. It just doesn't happen anymore.
I think it's incredible. Now our employees, the employees really jumped on this, and because the employees are members too,
right?
And it's their rates that also are impacted. So,
sure.
They decided that this was an issue for them. Our board decided it was a big issue, and we really got out there and got after it. And most people, when they saw and they understood, they signed up pretty quickly. So I think that we probably could have even had more, but with 80 employees, you can only cover so much, so many people. But we did get quite a bit, quite a bit of feedback. It is amazing. We will be rolling out something in the next month or so. For those folks that really want to help us be advocates, we'll be rolling something out, something that all of us participate in today, that are co-op employees. We pretty much all participate in it, but we'll be rolling something out that maybe you can help us in the future. But I need to kind of let that be, and it'll come out here in the next month or so.
Okay. What? We were talking earlier, just a little bit earlier, and one of the talking points today is in regard to, well, all of it's about MEC, but I was telling Tyler that being on the board of River Fund, I notice how much MEC does, and it's things that you at home don't know about just simply because it's not always publicized. But the things that MEC does for people and the donations you've made, but you tell me you're going one step further with that. I mean, you want to explain that?
Sure. We've, we're big supporters. I'm personally, as you know, I'm a big supporter of River Fund. Have been from the start.
You have, yes.
Been on early on as this board was established, and that's where you and I actually met each other. But not only does MEC participate, but MEC members participate. We have members that participate by what's called Operation Roundup, where they can round their bills up to the next whole dollar, and that change goes to the River Fund. We also have folks, we have employees that directly, which I'm one of those employees that directly give to the River Fund, and we also have a scenario that you can give another dollar, and you can give $1, and that dollar goes to help MEC, that helps utility members in MEC service territory. And a lot of that money, as you know, on the River Fund board goes to folks who are having trouble paying their bills. And we know that we have a large number of low-income or fixed-income people in our service territory. And one of the things we're trying to do, and we're trying to roll this out now, is we have a new energy efficiency program. This energy efficiency program, we partnered with WACOG. That community group is going to help us administer this, but we partnered with them, and what will happen is that we're trying to help folks who are that meet the specific low income and fixed income requirements to make permanent, like sustainable changes to their home or to their electric use by making things like insulation changes, maybe changes to their air conditioning, changes to air infiltration, that type of thing, to make a sustainable change for them, such that maybe their fixed income, low income dollars can actually go further by way of making changes, and maybe the need for them will diminish at the River Fund.
Wouldn't that be something?
You know. I think it'd be great, and
that's huge.
We've been working on this for some time. We actually, it took us probably a couple of years to get this program through with the Commission,
That's
Arizona
fantastic.
Corporation Commission. We just started collecting on it, so a person will see it on their bills. But we're actually trying to roll this program out very shortly to try to get folks in, and you can contact us at our phone number if you'd like to, our published phone number. And we're really excited about it. We're really hopeful that this actually helps the folks in our service territory. And we know that this economy hit us all bad.
Yeah.
And it certainly hit our community, and it certainly hit Mohave County pretty hard. And so we know that the number of folks that are on fixed income or are close to that federal poverty level, there's quite a bit of people there. And this program is aimed specifically at and for them.
You know, sometimes all it takes is that one little switch to be flipped to make the whole world different. I mean, certainly on the upside, things can go bad just as quickly as they can go well. But here, this is fabulous, because it might be the one little thing that helps that family save enough money to go forward. I mean, it's great. It's
well,
absolutely great.
we think it's great too. You know, we're happy being associated with the River Fund, and we're happy that those folks can get help from the River Fund. But that help is really short term. That help is
Absolutely.
really helping you from this month to next month. And in addition to that, what we're trying to do is make some changes that are sustainable, make changes that'll help people in the long run. And that's our next phase, our next step. You know, we believe in that too. Now, our program also has little things like this, which will help. And it's to try to get you to, you know, get that inefficient refrigerator out of your carport and out of your garage. It's a recycle program in which, if you contact us, we'll actually come and pick it up. We'll have a contractor come and pick it up, not Mohave Electric itself, and we'll actually pay you to take your old refrigerator if it's working. It has to be working condition.
Okay.
But if you've got that old inefficient refrigerator, it's probably one of your larger demands on your power bill. That and your ceiling fans for your cat, as you always point out. In the ceiling fans in the empty rooms.
That garage refrigerator is very important to me.
Well, it is, and we appreciate that. There are some folks that it's really part of their life. They have to have that cold wine or that cold beer, and we understand that.
It's just for water.
It's for water,
Absolutely.
Whatever it might be. But it really is a big draw.
Huge
And
draw.
those people who maybe they don't use that refrigerator as much as they think, and they go out there and they check to see, and it's got a couple of 6-packs of soda in it, and they can maybe decide to shut that down. This is an incentive for you. You know, let's
I think
get
it's
rid
great.
of that. So
I think it's absolutely great. So get rid of the garage refrigerator if you aren't using it that much.
you bet. And there's a couple of other things too. That on our website, if you get to our website, there's a thing called Together We Save. If you're looking for hints in which to help yourself save money, and we certainly like you to energy efficiency. We like you to do
Sure.
it. We'd love you to be able to save energy, because that is the cleanest and the least expensive kilowatt hours, the one that we didn't have to produce and sell you. So if whatever you can save, that's great.
Right.
It's something that we really support. And so if you go on our website and you get to Together We Save, which is there, it is right there. You can click your way around through it, and you can find all kinds of tips in which to save energy. And you know, please visit that. Please.
Some
give that
very
a
simple
shot.
we don't even think about. I mean, there's some in
Absolutely.
there that you just don't even begin to think about. Now, something that keeps happening in Bullhead City and the MEC customers that we don't get to experience on this side of the river. I mean, every time I hear about NV Energy, and this is no bang on them, but it is, all I hear is, well, they're looking at another raise, another 10%, another 20, another 40%. I never hear about our rates going down. You, on the other hand, are telling me again that there's been another decrease?
Well, we've there has been a couple of decreases starting off this year. One of them is, if you recall, sometime back we went to the ACC with our major power supplier, the Arizona G&Ts, to try to get a rate reduction.
Right.
That rate reduction was about between 3 and 4%. And we told you that if we got that, you'd see the benefit of that. Our customers would. You all helped us. Folks went and I know our ex-mayor Jack Hakem. He actually went. Supervisor Moss. Folks actually came to Phoenix and testified to the ACC that, you know, this community could use of rate reduction. Well, you probably, if you are a MEC member, you may not be able to see it readily, but if you look, there's a fuel cost adder, and it's a negative. So, so we just implemented at the end of last year about a 1 cent, which is almost a 10% reduction. So right now, MEC members are seeing on a kilowatt-hour basis on their power cost about a 10% reduction from what they saw a year ago. And that's a combination of both passing on those costs of the Arizona G&T reduction in their cost, as well as we've changed our management. We've changed how we manage our portfolio. We've changed how we're managing our energy resources, such that we're actually a little better than what we used to be. And so not only are we passing on that 4%, we're passing on another little bit from ourselves. So we pass that on. If you look at it from a standpoint of nationally, power costs went up all over the United States. In the Southwest, they went up 3 or 4%. Our customers are seeing a 10% reduction. So we're working hard for the members. That'll stay probably for a while. It'll stay until some of these environmental costs start to add up, and then that, you know, we hope to be able to offset some of those environmental costs, but we will eventually here in the next few years see some of those environmental costs for regional haze or for any EPA type decisions. We'll see some of those costs come up, but for the short term, you know, our members are seeing about a 10%
That's great.
lower cost than they did the year before, and that's in their power costs. So you actually have to take a look at that on your bill to figure it out. And call us if you have a problem understanding or reading your bill, and we understand that. I'm on my homeowner association, and I probably spend a half hour, 45 minutes every homeowner association meeting going through the bill to be able to explain to people because there tends to be questions on that bill. Not only that, but with our new commission, that commission now is a little more market-based driven than they are incentive-based driven. So some of the renewable programs aren't going to get as much incentives, which is also good for our members because our members are the ones that are actually paying for the incentives. So we've been able to reduce our what's called the REST charge, and you see that on your bill. So starting in January, about 90% of residential people paid about $3.05, and they're now going to pay a high of $1.10 instead of $3.05. So it's gone down a couple dollars. But if you're an agricultural pumping person or you're a large power person, you're going to see as much as $32 a month change in that.
Wow.
If you're a small commercial person, you're going to see a change too. So not only are the power rates gone down, some our REST charge also went down. So so take a look at your bill. You know, Mohave Electric, we haven't always gone up. In fact, we really only had one rate increase, and that was in 2012.
You're killing me.
Since 1991. So and as Sam said last year at some time, he was saying that his bill was the lowest it's ever been. Well, I will bet you this year, Sam, your Mohave Electric bill will be the lowest, lower than last year's bill.
No complaints here. None whatsoever.
So I can pay him less. I like this. I do like this. I've got about 1 minute left, and I just want to ask you very quickly, the fuel costs, the gas, oil costs have gone down substantially in the last month and a half, nearly 50%. Is that at some point going to have an impact on MEC?
No, the fuel cost that you're talking about, which is the cost of gasoline and oil, it's a really very small amount of our. We don't generate anything with diesel fuel or gas. The only thing from our standpoint, it really would only affect our bottom line on how much fuel that we use, and it's really a small number from that standpoint. We're not like the airlines industry, where they raise their rates, raise their cost because of high fuel cost, and yet we're not going to see the results of that. Most of the fuel costs that we're talking about are optimizing our use of our coal, optimizing by buying low-cost natural gas.
Right.
when it's at the right market, because really it's only coal and natural gas are the fuels that we're talking about, not the gasoline that you're seeing.
Okay, just wondered.
No, it's a good
wasn't
question.
Sure. Listen, thanks for being here.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Always good seeing you. Come back and see us. I'm anxious to hear the new scoop coming out.
Absolutely.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.